Baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Beat presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Deep Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Q4, Terry King, Parkland Auto Parts, Physical Defense Stop, Wasatch Back Forward, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, University Point Ends, Glorious Dental, and Bank of Utah. Baseball. On to the diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasps Baseball on 94.5.
That's right. Good morning and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Barrett here with Tyler Moss, live for opening day baseball. Believe it or not, there is baseball being played in the state of Utah, and we might have found the only place where it could happen down at Desert Hills High School, where Wasatch is set to take on the Hunter Wolverines, and we've got all the action this morning here on 94.5.
Yeah, Ty, the first time the team is seeing the field here. Their field is still under about, 12 to 18 inches of snow at least over there, probably a couple inches of ice here. The JV team got a chance to play right before this one, looked really good. Tyler put 20-plus runs on the board. We'll see if the varsity team can follow that up and get off to a hot start here. Return a lot of talent on this year's team, Tyler, starting with this guy here stepping into the box, Crew Erickson, a big-time D1 level athlete.
First inning action brought to you by the Dairy King, and he's going to swing at the first pitch. Is a line drive. It gets over his head. We've got extra bases to get things going as Crew Erickson begins the 2023 campaign with a double over the left field wall. That double brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine.
That's a way to get the season going on, Tyler. That was a rope shot there by Crew. In fact, unfortunately, that ball didn't get the top of the fence because Crew's got a lot of speed, and you like to see him have a chance to keep running if he can. That's going to be an easy double for Crew as the ball hopped over the fence, and you've got your leadoff man on with speed. See how Wasatch wants to play this one early on.
Coach McKay likes to go with a lot of small ball. Both second baseman and shortstop try to keep Crew close. Pitch is delivered way outside. Batter in the box is Tragan Shaw. 423 batting average last year, 15 RBIs, 19 runs scored, and 9 extra base hits in the junior campaign. College of Eastern Utah committed just this week, signed the papers, and he'll be headed down to Price, Utah next year. 0-1 pitch is delivered outside again for ball 2.
Yeah, that'll be a common theme with this team, Tyler. A lot of these guys are going to have the chance to play at the next level. Crew didn't get a chance to really talk too much about him, but I'm sure we will over the course of this game and season. Crew had plans to play college at the next level, Tyler, and then he went out and set all kinds of records on the football field this year, and he's actually got a full scholarship to go play football as a wide receiver at Southern Utah University, and that's how Crew will be spending his next several years in college.
Yeah, full ride, and they're expecting him to compete for a position that freshman year. 3-0 count now to Tragan, and another ball low and outside. 3-0 pitch, low in the dirt, and that'll be ball 4, first walk of the season, as Tragan Shaw will be on base. Runners on first and second for your number 3 hitter today, which is Alex Gutierrez. Alex Gutierrez, a senior, 364 batting average, 7 RBIs, 12 runs, and 2 extra base hits last year for Alex.
Yeah, Alex really can do it all here in the box, Tyler. He handles the bat well. He can go to every part of the field. He sees so many pitches, and he had numerous at-bats last year where he went 10-plus pitches. He just fights it off until he gets one that he likes. He's a great hitter in the 3 spot because he's going to be picky and wait till he gets the one that he wants.
Well, and this is what Coach Jason likes to do. Usually number 3 hitter, you get in the box and you're looking for an extra base hit, but Alex, a very good bunter, actually squares on the first one. Another ball, though, so 1-0 count. Runners on first and second, the 1-1, high and outside. That ball's going to go back to second base, try to keep Crew close until it's a catcher. Be careful, Crew has to take off on
that, and I'm sure that's what is going through Crew's mind right now, is maybe he's going to try to bait him into that.
2-0 count. 6 straight balls thrown here by the pitcher for Hunter. Pitcher today for the Hunter Wolverines is Tucky. Gutierrez is going to score again. Lays down a nice one down the third base side. Third baseman comes up. Not going to be in time. Both runners will advance to second and third. And an infield single for the senior. And the bases are juiced for senior Chet Wilson. 324 batting average last year. 30 RBIs. 27 runs scored. 15 extra base hits. And 3 home runs. And you like to see him up, nobody out with the bases juiced to start off this 2023 year.
Yeah, you can draw the start to the season better than this for Wasatch. A double-ripped ground rule double will start on the first pitch, walk, and a nice little single on a bunt, and now you got your best hitter up. Try to clear the bases out.
Nice little off-speed pitch there for strike 1. Gets ahead 0-1. Chet hits from the left-hand side, playing third base today for the Wasps. On deck will be junior Carter Bucod. Started every game last year at shortstop. Chet takes ball 1, low and outside. 1-1 the count now for the senior. Again, bases loaded. Erickson began the inning with a double over the left field wall. Ground rule double. Tragenshaw walked, and then an infield single on a nice bunt down third baseline for Alex Gutierrez. Fastball outside corner, strike two. 1-2 to count now to Chet. The batting lineup today brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that. Erickson, Shaw, Gutierrez all on base. Foul ball there from Chet. Moves the count to, or keeps the count at 1-2. Batting in the cleanup spot, Chet Wilson. Batting 5, Carter McCod. Batting 6, Cole Zimmerman. Landon Carter, a sophomore. Batting in the 7th spot, another sophomore, Colton Hayton. Batting in the 8th spot, and then Max Walker, a junior, will be batting in the 9th spot for the Wasps. 2-2, ball low and high and outside.
Ty, I love watching Chet in the box here. He's got such a pretty swing. He's going to have a great career there in Salt Lake Community College where he's signed on to play. I think he's got probably the biggest hit in Wasatch baseball history over the last 20 years was that bases loaded clearing triple against Jordan High School last year in the state tournament. Jordan, one of the absolute top dogs in the state and definitely one of the top dogs this year. And Chet just got a huge hit with the bases loaded. Wasatch was down, ended up clearing the bases, and got Wasatch the win there against the power of Jordan High School. Wasatch ended up finishing 5th last year, in large part because of that big hit from Chet. But if you haven't seen that one, that's one that's worth going and looking up, Tyler. It was just a historical hit for Wasatch baseball.
Foul ball on the full count. Another full count pitch swung on. This one's driven deep to left field. It's going back, off the wall. Both two runners are going to come in. Looks like Chet's going to hold up at first. No, they're going to try to throw the ball at home. Both the runners will advance. And now a throw over at third base. 3 runs will come in, and Chet's going to end up with a base clearing shot off the wall. It's going to actually go down as a single off the wall, but then a couple of throwing errors is going to end up clearing the bases, and Wasatch has their first lead of the season, 4-0.
Ty, I can see why you were trying to figure out the best way to explain that. Fumbling a little bit in the first part. Let me try to back up and get us caught up there. The ball was ripped, hits in the base of the fence, and because it was such a high floater, Tyler, all the runners were holding up, and so Chet had to wait at first, not wanting to pass the other runners, because the runners on second and third were tagging. The ball hits, the left fielder has a hard time getting to it, as does the center fielder, so the runner from third goes in as he was tagging. Because the fielder's having a hard time getting the ball, the runner from second then goes in, and then Chet starts moving to second. The runner from first tries to take third on an overthrow, and then it turns into the Little League inside the park home run off of that one.
Carter McCod up. He's going to swing at the 1-0 pitch. It's a fly ball to left field, and there's your first out of the inning. Again, Wasatch leads 4-0 on the 4 RBIs, which can end up being for Chet Wilson off the left field wall. That was smoked. Carter gets a little bit underneath that one. Carter on his sophomore campaign, 298 batting average, 19 RBI, 17 runs scored. Really came on late in the season, had a big hit. In fact, the second probably biggest hit of the season was that hit against Cottonwood that ended up winning the game and sent Wasatch to UVU.
There were some great moments in that season last year, Tyler, and I think it's what makes people so excited for this 2023 season for this team is those guys that were getting the big hits, they're returning. They're bringing back so much talent from that team. Now, they lost a ton of talent as well on that team, but this is a team that's loaded coming back this year.
Cole Zimmerman now up, the senior. He's going to swing the ball really low and outside. It's going to be lofted up to shallow left field. Shortstop goes back, makes the catch, and that's now 2 down here in the top of the first. Those good moments from last year brought to you by a Good Spa Day, your favorite hometown place to relax and unwind, offering massage, skin care, nail care, and unique relaxing spa packages. Pick a Good Spa Day to be your spa. With 2 outs now, a new face to the Wasatch baseball program, Landon Carter, a sophomore. And Tyler, you know him, a neighbor of yours. Introduce us to Landon Carter.
Really like Landon Carter, what he's about. Tyler started as a freshman in California last year, catching for his team, ended up leading them to a state championship there in California. Kid has a lot of ability behind the dish. Tyler receives the ball very well, and he can swing it as well. He's got some pop coming off the bat. He's going to be on solid contact, 90 plus off the barrel on exit velocity, and Wasatch has a good one in Carter coming in here.
A couple of off-speed pitches for strike 1 and 2. 0-2 count now to Carter.
He's young though, Tyler, and his swing, it's got just some refining that he can do, that he'll be able to pick up a lot more exit velocity as he gets older and continues to grow into his body. But this is a kid that's going to play for Wasatch for many years to come.
Lays off the curveball off the outside part of the play. Moves the count to 1-2. If you're just joining us, 4-0 the lead for Wasatch in the top of the first. thanks to a double, an infield single, a walk, and then a single off of the left field wall that actually ended up clearing the bases with some overthrows. This one swung on the 1-2, driven deep to left field. Left fielder going back. He's not going to get to it. It's off the wall. And the sophomore Landon Carter with the second double of the inning. As he'll go in, another overthrow here in the infield, but he'll stay at second base. Good start for Landon Carter to the 2023 year.
Yeah, you can see the talent there with the swing catch. I mean, that's a pure, smooth, pretty swing. They tried to get him off balance, kind of reversing the pitch sequence there with a lot of off-speed pitches early on, and Landon patiently was able to recognize and identify what this pitcher was trying to do. Got a pitch he could handle and whipped that one to left field.
It's going to bring up another sophomore, Colton Hafen. He'll be catching today behind the dish for Wasatch. Did not play a lot of just freshman ball last year for Colton Hafen, but I'm talking to Coach Jacobson, really likes this kid's swing. He's going to be swinging from the right-hand side as well. Carter, a big lead at second base. Another off-speed pitch. That one too far inside. 1-0 the count to the sophomore Hafen. Runs today brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop, the locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving you from head to toe, including vertigo to sports injuries for the past 40 years. Tyler Bluth's son, Jack Bluth, a senior last year for Wasatch, currently starting and batting leadoff for the Salt Lake Community Bruins as they start their year. A late signee, but then he really turned it on in the fall, and they really like him down there, and he's been batting leadoff down at Salt Lake Community College. 0-2 count, swung on a little bit behind now when that ball's going to be fouled into the softball field behind us. Move the count 2-1.
Yeah, 2-0 count there, Tyler, not 0-2 there coming in on Hafen.
Correcting myself after the fact.
I saw that. You know, it's first inning, first game of the year. We got the snow back there in Heber. Got to get into the baseball mindset here.
2-1. This one swung on another line drive right down the first baseline, but foul. Moves the count to 2-2 with 2 outs.
Now, you know, the problem you're dealing with, Tyler, is these are all live streams, so your errors are going to stay on the YouTube video here. If you haven't checked that out, you got to go online and do that. We tweeted out the link to the sideline stream, and you can listen to this broadcast live and watch the video feed as well if you want to follow along with Wasatch Baseball here.
2-2 pitch and the curveball in the dirt outside moves the count to full. Hafen sets on deck is Max Walker, another new face for Wasatch, a junior who'll be starting in right field. The payoff pitch swung on, fouled off, and will reset with the count full. Wasatch wearing white pants and their black tops today.
It's a good look, Tyler, with the uniforms this year. I like the hats. They're going with the two-tone look hat, too. White on the front. Actually, three-tone. Yeah, with the yellow rim, and then they've got the black on the back side of the hat here. It's a good look.
Payoff too high, and that'll be ball 4.
Guy had it at ball 4 as well. Hafen, the umpire, had to watch the base. He must have ball 4. He wanted to hit it there, Ty. That'll be ball 4. 32nd pitch of the inning here for Taki Hunter, the starting pitcher of Hunter High School. Wasatch working him hard already early on in this one. We're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for Hafen. That's going to be Zach Burdette coming in.
Yeah, Burdette got some time last year in that role as well. Could see him playing a little bit of second base this year for the Wasps. Max Walker comes in, a junior, mentioned new to the program. His older brother during the COVID year, or right after the COVID year, came and played for a season for Wasatch, and now he is back at it.
Yeah, older brother Jackson got some time there. Jackson would tell you that he thought his little brother really could play here, and so we're going to get a chance to see how younger Walker does. The word is that he can really throw it, and he'll be the starting pitcher here in game number 4 for Wasatch.
Carter gets a little bit too far off the base there, second base, but the throw not in time, and the count is now 2-0 to Walker. Wasatch already with 4. Walker, 2-0, the pitch. This one swung on. It's going to be a ground ball foul down the third base side.
I'll tell you what, Ty, if Walker hears anything like his older brother Jackson on the mound, that's going to be a good thing. Jackson was very reliable. He could just eat up innings for you, throw a lot of strikes, have multiple pitches he could throw. It sounds like younger brother here, Max, has the ability to throw with a little more velocity as well, Ty. But it'll be fun to see him get a chance to throw here tomorrow. He'll get that game number 4.
Curveball in there for strike 2. Moves the count to deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Wasatch here in the top of the first. 4-0 already to score thanks to 4 RBIs from Chet Wilson. The 2-2 pitch, it's going to bounce behind the catcher. Both runners will advance to second and third. And now with the full count, Wasatch got a chance with Doug on the pond. Crew Erickson in the on-deck box already with a double over the left, a ground rule double over the left field wall in his first at bat. First pitch of the season. Full count. Tucky sets, delivers the payoff, and too low, and it's going to be ball 4. He wanted it, and it was pretty close, but Walker trots down. That's going to be the third walk of the inning for Tucky. And now he gets to see Crew Erickson again, who's already got the double over the left field wall.
Yeah, it was one pitch and an absolute laser off of Erickson's bat. And kind of a consistent thing. Usually these pitchers won't want to go back to that same pitch, so Crew can maybe expect an off-speed one to get him going. Problem is you don't have a place to put him if the base is loaded. Got to come after him.
Bases loaded, pitch, swung on. This one's driven up, but I think he got underneath it. It's going to be to center fielder. Center fielder settles underneath it, makes the catch, and Wasatch will score 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors by Hunter, and 3 are left on base. Wasatch leads 4-0 as we go into the bottom of the first.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today and get your car hardware, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasps football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving
Bottom of the first, brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your rehabilitation specialist dedicated to your total recovery from sports injuries, auto injuries, industrial and or commercial injuries. Let Dan Ivey and his team get you back to 100%. Wasatch leads 4-0, but it's time for our defensive starting lineup for the Wasps. Starting on the mound is sophomore Blake Sweat, threw a third of an inning last year for the Wasps. Good at velocity. Starting behind the dish will be sophomore Colvin Haven. First base, senior Cole Zimmerman. Second base, senior Alex Gutierrez. Your shortstop today is the junior Carter Bucad. Third baseman Chet Wilson. Starting in left field, senior Crew Erickson. Center field, Tragan Shaw. And in right field, the junior Max Walker. That is your defensive starting lineup, brought to you by Point S Tires. Think of Point S Tires as your local tire expert. Leading off for Hunter today will be Alator, a junior. Last year hit .234 with 4 RBIs, 10 runs scored, 5 extra base hits, including a home run. He's playing shortstop today for the Wolverines. Blake Sweat made an appearance in the state tournament, also made an appearance during region play as well.
Yeah, they brought him out, Tyler, during... You got me here?
Yeah, I think we're good.
You got me? All right. They brought him out during the Spanish Fort game as well, so he's played against some of the better teams. They're really excited about this sophomore here, Blake Sweat. I think he might be the next in the legacy of great pitchers here at Wasatch.
Starts with a strike 1 to Alator, comes back with a nice off-speed pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. And that was what we talked about on the way down, Ty, is we knew that the velocity there was there for Sweat. Could he develop that off-speed pitch? Nice curveball early on in this ball game here.
It's sharp. It's a sharp curveball, Tyler. It bites really hard as it's coming across the plate. And he's going to get a lot of guys out with that 1-2 combo. His fastball, he's going to sit in the mid-80s when he's on. And that's plenty to be able to keep people off balance when you've got a good curveball.
Tries to go upstairs, but it's ball 1, so 2-1 the count. Excuse me, 1-2 the count. To Alator. Sweat back into the windup. The pitch goes back to that curveball. It's going to be a lazy ground ball to Cole Zimmerman. Zimmerman's going to field it clean, flips it to Sweat. And the 3-1 put out, and Wasatch has the first out of the inning.
Yeah, nice job. Like they've been doing that their whole lives there. Cole Zimmerman, really steady first baseman over there for Wasatch. Tyler, great glove, big target for these infielders. And I was wondering how the sophomore, Blake Sweat, would respond on that ground ball. Easy kind of the first batter of the season to fall asleep on that ball in play. He didn't. He was all over it, got over there quickly, gave Cole a nice target. Cole flipped it over to him, and they get the easy out at first base.
It's going to bring up the third baseman, Roadback, 333 batting average last year in just 4 appearances at the plate. Did score 3 runs in different roles. So the count is now 0-1 after the strike 2. Roadback on the fastball. Blake Sweat back into the windup, tries to go curveball, but too far up, moves the count to 1-1. If you're just joining us or have been joining us, first game, we're trying to figure out some of the training stuff. It's a little
I think
different.
we've got it here, Tyler. We've got a couple machines we're having to run, and the rain's starting to drizzle a little bit over here, just slightly, which isn't a big deal out on the field and in the stands, but we got all this equipment to cover up on a mess over here, so forgive me while I try to get this all worked out. I think we got my audio figured out that it's back on, Tyler.
It wasn't just me then that I just couldn't hear you. High fastball swung on and missed. 1-2 count, goes back to the curveball. It's fouled back and will reset at 1-2.
Blake looks good, Tyler, early on. Pounding the strike zone, really coming after hitters. He's already shown a good fastball, good breaking pitch. Looking good here for the Wasps.
Yeah, and that's what you need early on in these games where you don't have a lot of the arm strength that you have towards the end of the season. You got to throw a lot of strikes in order to get through these 4 games. That fastball too far up, moves the count 2-2-2. Two count, no runners on after the first batter, and there's another swing and a miss, and that's our first strikeout of the season. Again, brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your rehabilitation specialists.
Well, let's reset you. If you're just joining us here, this is the first game of the season for Wasatch baseball. We're in St. George at Desert Hills High School. The Wasps blitzed Desert Hills early. First 4 batters all came across the score after they got a leadoff double, had a walk, a single, and then you had another double that drove him in, and Wilson ended up scoring after that RBI double where there was an overthrow on a fielding error. So Wasatch jumped out to a 4-0 lead. We're in the bottom of the first right now, and Blake Sweat, your starting pitcher, a sophomore for Wasatch, looking really good early on. Tyler, 2 men up, 2 men down for Hunter. See if he can go 1-2-3 to start this game off.
Yeah, fastball fouled off on the first pitch. Tries to go back to that off speed. 1-1 now the count. The hitter, Tucky, pitcher today, 266 batting average last year, 2 RBIs and 10 runs scored. Had a 7.59 ERA last year and through 27 2/3 innings. 1-1 the count, score 4-0 in favor of the Wasps here in the bottom of the first. The 1-1, fastball, not even close. 1-2 the count after the swing and the miss. Back into the box is Tucky, 1-2 to count for Sweat, trying to go 1-2-3. Into the windup, the late kick, the pitch, curveball!
Oh, that's a good pitch,
Looked
Tyler.
like that
Wow.
was going to ring him up with the backwards K. Blake thought he had
Blake
it.
wanted it, Carter wanted it. Shortstop for Wasatch, Carter Boucard, was already on his way in. I liked it as well, Tyler. That was a good pitch there from Blake.
Blake resetting a little bit. He thought he really had that one. It's going to move the count to 2-2. Deuces with 2 outs. Nobody on. Blake back into the windup. The pitch. Fastball swung on, popped up into the infield. Should be Cole Zimmerman. We'll see if Blake Sweat comes over and can make the play, as it was Blake who ended up calling it off, and it goes off his glove, and we'll reset 2-2.
Well, there's some youth on that, right? You'd like to see your senior captain, Cole Zimmerman, at first base. They talk about priority, Tyler, priority baseball, and so there is a priority order on a fly ball like that of who's going to come get it. Your number 1 priority over everyone's your center fielder, then your middle infielders, but your corner there, your first baseman and your third baseman have priority on a ball in the foul territory like that over your pitcher and catcher. So we'd like to see Cole come get that one.
Ball in the dirt is swung on. It's going to go off to the right side. Haven's got to throw it down to first. Does throw it down to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs on no hits, no errors. 2 strikeouts for Blake Sweat as Wasatch leads 4-0 going into the top of the second.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulkyard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
Are you
ready for lunch? The Dairy King, home of the trade, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley, and they're the winner of Best of State for 18 years. They've recently been officially named Best of Utah for their milkshakes, and you've just got to try their delicious train burger with Warrior Shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot. They've been proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the trade, serving deliciousness daily. So stop in today. This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5.
Top of the second inning here at Desert Hills High School. Wasatch baseball taking on Hunter baseball. Second inning action brought to you by Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. Your local Napa stocks auto parts, tools, equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop on in today at Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. Wasatch leading 4-0 as we head into the top of the second inning. Going to have the number 2 man in the lineup coming up first. That's Tragan Shaw, number 15 for Wasatch, be followed by Alex Gutierrez and then Chet Wilson. That's 1-2-3 coming up for Wasatch here.
Tragan Shaw led off his campaign with a walk and then ended up scoring on the shot off the wall from Chet Wilson. Tragan hitting from the left-hand side. Also throws left. Might see him on the mound a little bit this weekend.